Hello everyone, my name is Theola and I'm one of the IISMA awardees for the University of Leeds. In this opportunity, I will share a bit of my knowledge that I have learned during one of my classes in the University of Leeds, which is Psychology in the Media. In the second week of our lecture, we were learning about subliminal and embedded message. Subliminal message is an act to convey a message through putting a very brief images or sounds in an advertisement or movies or any media. Meanwhile, embedded message is putting hidden message or sounds in a media or advertisement. So the difference is subliminal is quick, embedded is hidden. At some point, it was believed that they can influence people's thinking and behavior, but do they really? In 1957, Vickery made a research, which is famous for the name the popcorn study. He inserted the text "drink Coca-Cola" and "hungry, eat popcorn" for 1 per 3,000 of a second in a 5-second intervals into the movie. And then he claimed that because of that, the sales of popcorn and Coca-Cola rose. That research caused public outrage and anxiety. Moreover, the manager of the cinema where the research took place said that the experiment actually had no impact. And several years later, it turned out that the results of the research were actually fabricated. It was such a huge issue in the UK to the point that subliminal message or subliminal advertising was made illegal in the UK. There was another research in 1970 by Hawkins. He tried to flash the word Coke during an experiment to the participants. The participants reported to be thirstier than controls. But this research cannot be replicated. Meanwhile, one of the requirements for a research to be valid is it has to be replicable. So that research by Hawkins might just have been a false positive. So this research so far haven't been able to prove whether or not subliminal or embedded message can really influence people's behavior and thinking. However, in 2006, a group of experimental social psychologists tried to make subliminal messages work. They succeed, but only in very highly controlled and restricted laboratorium conditions. But it's still unclear whether or not subliminal message can be taken out of a lab and work in our daily life in a big scale. And apparently, there isn't much research that can prove subliminal or embedded message can influence people's thinking and behavior. Further research are still needed in this topic. That's why for me, it's really interesting. Because while subliminal and embedded message might be exist in our daily life, how can they influence our behavior if we don't always realize that it is there? So how can they influence us when we're not even realizing or seeing that it's there? Do you think such messages can really influence our thinking? Because if it's yes, it could be a major breakthrough in the advertisement world.